Welcome to today's web conference, U.S. Azure Partner Community Call, May. I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, Jonathan Gardner, National PTS, Microsoft. Jonathan, you now have the floor.
Thank you so much. Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be for the U.S. Azure Partner Community Call for May. We're glad everybody could join us here today. We've got a whole host of things to cover. This is kind of our agenda today. We're going to talk about Dynamics on Azure is really going to be our primary focus of the call today. So we have some really great people coming to talk to us today, some of the partner service offerings that are available. But as we get started, if you haven't registered already, WPC is in Orlando in July. We want you to make sure you reach out and get registered. Certainly a lot of different ways to communicate and link up with the teams at Microsoft. This is probably the best way for us to really have some face time with the teams that work with you as partners. We really want to encourage you guys to attend that. So certainly want to make sure you've got all the opportunities and are aware of all of the things that are going on there. From a community roundup standpoint, when it comes to Azure, we've had just so many things come out with the announcements out of Build, the announcements out of Ignite, that we could probably spend an entire call covering those things. So what we've decided to do is actually to spend next month going over all of the announcements and why they're important to partners and what they mean to you guys. So look for that communication to come through blog posts, through newsletters, and through calls for next month, because we're going to be covering a whole host of those announcements and try and really sum up what's come out. There's just too much that has come out for us to really get into in the short announcement time that we have on the call today. So with that, we're really going to dive right in, and we're going to talk about Azure and CRM and Dynamics. And so with that, I'm going to actually turn it over to Rami. He's going to talk about some of the partner webcasts and things that we have going on. Rami? I think he may have lost his audio. Let's see. There we go.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry about that. Good morning, yes, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to be here. My name is Rami Newjame. I'm the Partner Services Offering Lead, and I just want to spend a few minutes with you highlighting a couple of key webcasts coming up in the month of June that I would invite you to review and hopefully register for. They're both no-charge webcasts. As long as you're an NPM partner, you are entitled to register these for free. So these are both based on getting started with Dynamics CRM Online. First webcast that we're running in the month of June, starting June 4th, is really what we're calling first steps integrating Dynamics with Office 365. There are some components also here around Azure, but this is a great offer if you already have an Office 365 practice and you want to incorporate CRM Online into that practice. This gives you all those tools that you need and the skills, especially from an integration perspective, integrating, Yammer or Power BI or SharePoint Online with CRM Online. It goes through. There are approximately about a two-hour presentations that happen over a course of 4 dates. So the 2 hours on June 4th, on 11th, on 18th, and 25th. It's a webcast. It's facilitated, and we have CRM Online consultants that deliver the session for you, and definitely an interactive session if you have any questions or so on. But I would invite you to check out that webcast, and the links are on this slide, which I'm sure you'll get soon after this community call. The second webcast that is also in that kind of getting started phase with CRM Online is really based on activating your licenses, the IUR licenses that you receive as an NPM partner. And in addition to explain to you how IUR works, what the benefits, The main component of this webcast is the business scenarios that are demonstrated to you. So we go through 3 different scenarios of how you can use CRM Online. Most common ones would also go through a demonstration of CRM Online. So another great offer that's available to you in the month of June. If those dates don't work for you, we are scheduling these again in the summer months, so we'll have additional dates in the July and August time frame. If you have any questions around these 2 offers or other webcasts that through the partner services team that we publish and make available for partners, especially to help you in the technical enablement aspect of using any of our technologies, you can reach Napa. Napa is the alias for use in Napa, Microsoft.com. We have a group of experts around our services, including these 2 webcasts that we have coming, and they can also talk to you if you have any questions around some of our other webcasts that we have scheduled through the MPN on Azure or on Office 365, on enterprise mobility. So all of our cloud solutions, we do have scheduled webcasts that are available to you to help you build your cloud practice, whether that's CRM Online or some of our other technologies. So if you have any questions or any additional information, again, please contact Napa. And on that note, I will pass it on to Dave.
Thank you very much, Rami. Appreciate that. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. My name is Dave Mannion. I'm a CRM industry architect at Microsoft. And I just wanted to spend a minute or so talking about why you as Azure partners should care about CRM Online and the kind of impact that it can have on your business as a partner. I think that oftentimes folks, when they're out selling to their customers, are competing product to product, head to head on feature function, and sometimes, we're going down the path of competing against, our competitors based on price as well. I think that the real value that we are able to provide to our customers is when we look at a solution-based sales motion where we can incorporate for them not only the features of their product that they're looking at that we think is going to solve a particular business challenge, but when we loop in other parts of the Microsoft stack that are going to help create a real solution that drives value for the customer is where we're actually able to provide the most value for them. So when we look across the productivity suite and the business applications and the platform services across Office 365, Azure, and business applications like Dynamics CRM, when you combine these 3 together, that's when we're really able to start selling our customers on a vision of an integrated solution, and that's when we're able to really start to make a difference for them. When we think about the integration that exists today between Dynamics CRM and Azure, I think that you'll see as we go through our presentation today, we can't cover all of this in an hour to kind of build through, the specifics behind all of the integration that exists today. But you'll see some examples. So portals is a great example of where a CRM solution might need to be augmented by a customer-facing or a client-facing portal that folks can have access to, which is going to help drive consumption for you as an Azure partner and provide functionality for the CRM customer that allows them to round out that solution and make it better across the board. You'll also, if you take a look at the blog post that we did leading up to the community call today, we talked about several other examples of the ways that Dynamics could be integrated with Azure as well. Everything from using the service bus to pass data back and forth between applications like CRM. You've got Azure Mobile Web Services, which could be tied in and utilized for mobile applications that might have Dynamics CRM on the back end as well. So the possibilities out there are pretty endless for you in terms of being able to create a rounded out solution using the combination of Dynamics CRM and applications that you might build on top of Azure. I think from a partner perspective, it's definitely well worth taking a look at as well financially. If you look at, there's some great stats here on the screen. For every $1 of Dynamics CRM that's sold, you as a partner have the opportunity to sell an additional $1 that covers the rest of the stack. So it's really a win-win for you as a partner an Azure partner to consider looking at Dynamics CRM as well. There are also some other great stats here. 3 times faster purchasing growth than customers without all 3. And again, Dynamics customers are twice as likely to buy other cloud products. Considering the fact that they're going to CRM Online, they are a lot more likely to look at and procure other cloud-based solutions from Microsoft, which will help you as Azure partners to drive consumption and usage of Azure itself. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Pravat, and he's going to get into some more details for us around the rest of the presentation.
Thanks, Dave. My name is Pravat Gupta, and I'm a Dynamics CRM architect at Microsoft. So I'll be talking about the CRM, XRM platform, the underlying XRM platform, and then we'll be showcasing a demo of how we can create a line of business application quickly using CRM and tying it up with Azure. So talking about business activities, now these are the things like operations, engineering, customer service, marketing. And CRM is a solution which caters across the needs for sales, marketing, and customer service. Now, there are other line of business activities also, which companies seek solutions in, like they are regarding relationship management, and relationship management can be anything around customers, vendors, distributors, partners. And we'll showcase you a demo which we created quickly around donor management. And then customers also seek solution on what is the interaction happening across those relationships in terms of appointments, notifications, emails floating around those relationships. And then they seek to manage their own products and offerings, and they eventually want to automate the process for improving efficiency. Now, but there are challenges. There are challenges to creating these solutions. Oftentimes, like companies get these solutions, and there are these multiple solutions which are created over a period of time, and they're all siloed in their own infrastructure and platforms. And then companies start investing more in terms of building process orchestration, workflows, and all that good stuff, which becomes more expensive. And then eventually it's not one platform, but a bunch of scattered applications. And that's where XRM is the recommended solution from Microsoft. And it provides a platform to build these line of business applications, do interaction tracking, and then supplement them with Azure, Office 365, SharePoint, and Power BI. It's an integrated, robust solution. It's mobile, out of the box. So the applications which are built using XRM framework, they can run out of the box on iOS, Android, and Windows. And then they offer social collaboration, integration capabilities, all built in out of the box. So as an application developer, as an IP developer, partners can focus on building the specific IP, and they're not too much worried about integrating it with other parts of the ecosystem. And there are credible customer stories around such implementations. We have 50 plus customers with over 10,000 seats. And with the single largest deals, Government of Canada is one example. USDA, they replaced 70 applications with a team size of 8 people. And the expected savings is greater than $8 million over 5 years. So some of the examples, like these are some examples which show the scalability aspect of the solutions built through XRM. Now, in terms of talking advantage, I've touched on being one platform and out-of-the-box interaction tracking. But some of the other things which I would like to talk about are like the build once, access anywhere. Especially in the mobile first world, it provides applications which have multi-browser support, can run on iOS, Android, Windows Phone, There are multiple deployment options. The applications developed using XRM can be hosted either as a service on CRM Online or on-premise. So it's pretty flexible to go either ways. Support options, it's just not one single size fits all kind of thing, but there are multiple support offerings available. It's click and configure. That's great, because as a developer, as an IP developer, as an IP partner, you don't have to worry about a lot of programming, but things like entities, field relationships, business processes, integration with other Azure websites, they're very much like click and configure. So if there's least amount of programming involved, more click and configure, where the screens can be automatically created and all that good stuff. So the skill set required is very much the business knowledge and not the programming fundamentals, which drive towards the success of adopting XRM. Now with this, let me show you a quick demo as I was talking to you about the donor management which we created. And the use case, what we thought of is within a company, we wanted to kind of build a giving campaign where there are donations. Now, donations can be auctioned by employees themselves, and the money collected is reported to an external website for tracking purposes. And with this use case, now there are multiple ways. As an Azure partner, you can think of building an ASP.NET website internally. But seeing the XRM flavor, we'll quickly see how quickly we were able to create this business application, host it onto the network, and then integrate it with our Active Directory. And yeah, it was pretty quick enough. So let's see that. Can you let me share my screen? So I hope everyone can see my screen.
It's coming up.
Okay. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. Okay, thank you. So this is the CRM application, what I'm showing you at this time. I just customize it with Azure Partner Community as the logo. And as we were talking about, it has sales, service, and marketing, which are inbuilt solutions provided by CRM. And now XRM is the underlying framework on top of which the whole of this application has been created, and we'll talk about it. Just to quickly see, like sales, it has a lot of entities like my work as a sales manager. I know what the dashboards are, what are my activities, who are my customers, what are entities related to sales like leads, opportunities, competitors. Collaterals, all the documents associated, being the codes, orders, invoices, products, sales literature, etc. Now, this is one place where there is an opportunity for the Azure partners. Now, all these codes can be stored on CRM Online tenant. Plus, we can build extensions. Partners can build extensions to store these documents onto Azure and can drive the Azure consumption. So that's one possible opportunity. There are marketing, goals, tools, etc. Service is more related around case management. So customer service, and it's just not the traditional services, service case request through phone or through email or through website, but it provides, again, out-of-the-box integration with social channels like Facebook, Twitter, where customers' complaints can be tracked. Like every time a person tweets a problem with their service on Twitter or Facebook, it can be tracked through this module and can be followed up effectively. So it is listening to those social channels, and it's just not related to service. That's what I want to highlight. Think about applications which you can build and you want to integrate with social channels and integrate it within the application that's provided out of the box. So all those creative solutions can be thought about using this framework. Marketing, another module which is already made in. So as we were talking about extensions, how to create an extension or a line of business activity. So we were talking about donations, the giving campaign. So I created this extension, event and donations. So we'll just go through events. Say event, I created an event which is Pledge for Clean Water, and there are multiple donations active, meet and greet Russell Wilson, or signed t-shirt by Satya. So these are the donations which have been hosted by the employees themselves internally. So say I go to signed t-shirt by Satya. And now what you see is a business process, which is you can create a donation, employees then go to auction, then they have to report the collection to an external site which is out of the XRM application, and then send a thank you note to the bidder. So create donation, say signed t-shirt by Satya, asking price is $250, submitted by the donor Aaron, and you can move on to the different stages. So when the auction happens, bidders can bid prices, and once the auction is done, then they need to report a collection to an external site. And that's where I want to showcase this capability of below you're seeing an iframe. Now this is basically nothing but an Azure website which we hosted. We just hosted this website onto windowsazure.com, and you can see it's a single sign-on. So the ease of integration, because of the overall capability that all the users are very much a part of the same Active Directory. So that whole power of Active Directory on Azure gets into action by having a single sign-on website created in here and deployed quickly. Now this is a simple ASP.NET MVC site which I created using Visual Studio, hosted onto the Windows Azure. We call it Report G, a simple one, and it's just single sign-on. So getting back and then send a thank you note. I would also like to show you how we created this quickly, just to get an idea on how easy it is to create these kind of functionalities. So if I go to settings, go to customizations, go to solutions. Now solutions are like application lifecycle management. So I created a solution of my own. I call it campaign management. Now this is the place where the business analyst or functional consultants, I'm not saying the word developer deliberately because it does not require any development effort. People who have knowledge about anything, they can go and do a click and configure and can build these components. So I created an auction process, an auction workflow. So auction process is what we saw in the ribbon menu of the business process, moving from creating a donation to auction to reporting it to a external site and then sending a thank you note. Auction workflow is more like the workflows. Here it's the thank you note, which is a workflow. Contact is an entity. Now as soon as an entity is created and we create the fields automatically, the views, the dashboards, the forms, they start kicking in, and we don't have to do any programming there. I created two entities called donation and event, and that's all. So if I see, say, donation has fields, and one of the fields which I created was donor. So I created a donor, which is business required, enable, it's a data type is lookup, and target record type is contact. So again, the overall way of designing classes, that goes away. Writing C# code goes away, and we can quickly create these entities and can create these fields. As I was talking about, automatically the forms get created. So go to information, And these are the way the forms look. You can drag and drop from the right-hand side and can modify the forms on the fly. And once you're done, you just publish all the customizations and start appearing in these areas: marketing, donations, events. I also want to show you one of the features, which is I'm talking about the XRM capabilities, is the hierarchical relationships. Now, many times we need these kind of hierarchies being shown. So here is like around contacts, which I created. And here it is, Aaron Khan has Aaron Nichols, Anahita, and Ben who are reporting into them. So it shows like you can build these kind of hierarchical entities, roll-up fields, auto-calculated fields very much within the application. Again, no programming required, can be done through click and configure functionality. Now let me switch back to the presentation. So overall, I would like to sum up with the capabilities of XRM around three big pillars: the build, integration, and manage, which are always like these are the key areas where decisions need to happen. So around building, as I was showcasing you, the model-driven design, like how you can quickly create entities and it creates those views and those dashboards. So that's the ease with which you can create applications. Robust security, all these fields, you can again click and configure security around fields, around data, and it's most of the times it's just difficult, but these are all provided out of the box here in XRM, which is one of the great features. Business rules designer, you can create business rules around fields, and you can create process and workflows. You can access it anywhere. So as I was talking to you about mobile platform, all this UI is visible across multiple browsers, multiple applications, multi-language support, supports 42 languages. It's collaboration and communication ready, so it integrates well with Yammer, with Outlook. There's an Outlook client through which we can track emails and can those emails can very much tie up with different contacts, customers, or opportunities in the CRM. And if you design it with XRM, you can do that too. Hierarchy visualizations, as I just showed you. I think I'm getting some issues here. I cannot see the presentation. Okay, here I got it. Around hierarchy visualizations, calculated fields, roll-up fields, search capabilities. You can search 10 entities out of the box using XRM framework. No programming required. That's a big win. And then offline capabilities, obviously localization and theming too. Around integration, I just want to check if you can see the presentation. Okay, awesome. Thank you. From an integration perspective, it's standards-based. It's based on OData REST API, completely ready for mashups. So you can think of building a portal using Azure, connecting it with XRM, and there are services exposed to that. So things can be easily done both ways. Azure integrating with CRM, or CRM integrating with Azure, both ways. So it's mashup ready, standards-based authentication protocols. It has a mobile SDK, change tracking process, and then native Office 365 integration with Excel, Word, PowerPoint, then Power BI, SharePoint, and then Azure. Very important, Azure machine learning. And we have published a post in the past about integration with different Azure offerings like web apps, Azure Machine Learning, Azure Event Hubs, Scheduler, and then batch process. Very important because XRM does not provide any batch processing capabilities. So that's another potential area where you can, where companies can ask partners to write in these batch processes, host it onto Azure platform, and then that can be integrated with XRM. And then finally, manage. There is a central management portal for all the geo-replicated CRM instances. It provides solution versioning, so application ALM, the application lifecycle can be completely managed. Provides sandbox environment, so before promoting the code to production, the code can be tested in the UAT and the test environments before it goes into production. Scalable, and I was just showcasing you customer stories around it. A lot of big customers, a lot of seats. It's maintainable and upgradable on your own terms. That's very important because as CRM is progressing, we are getting a lot of features, and those features are just not pushed to the customers that they need to accept it, but they can accept the changes as and when they're progressing within their companies themselves. So there is that switch on when to upgrade it in future. Some of our customer success stories. I just want to show you this slide, and you can read about it. And I would like to hand it to Janet with this.
Thank you so much, and good day to everyone. That'll cover good morning and good afternoon. And you've been listening to Dave and Prabhat talk about why an Azure partner may be interested in the Microsoft Dynamics CRM Online practice, but I want to talk a little bit about, if you are interested, how you might engage with us. So in FY15, we started our team, which is the US Dynamics Partner Portfolio Recruit Team. We started with the CRM Online Go Big Acceleration Program. And we put this program together specifically to recruit platform partners, to recruit ERP partners that are picking up CRM, and competitive partners. But by far and away, our biggest emphasis has been on existing cloud partners, primarily Office 365 and Azure, as well as SharePoint. So we have this program in place that is going to help partners accelerate into incorporating CRM Online into their cloud solution practice. So, a couple of reasons on why, from a business aspect, a partner would want to sell Dynamics CRM Online. And one of the biggest reasons is we have some really good recurring license revenue subscriptions. And there have been some studies done on the valuation of companies that are primarily on-premise services and products versus cloud. And inevitably, the recurring revenue stream companies are valued at 3 times higher. So that's a very long-term compelling reason as to why a partner would want to be moving to the cloud and incorporating more of the Microsoft Cloud solution products that are offered from a business solution standpoint. The other reason, though, is CRM Online offers anywhere from 26 to 30% of what we call CSA fees, consulting services fees, that allow you to get revenue from actually being the partner of record and facilitating the sale and implementation of CRM Online. CRM is a huge growing market, and you can talk about CRM in terms of Salesforce automation, but you can also talk about CRM in the way that Dave and Prabhat have been talking about, which is in the XRM solutioning area, where you're basically creating line of business applications. What happens often is a partner will go in and they'll approach perhaps from a generic Salesforce automation perspective, but one of the key components in selling CRM Online is the fact that you're not just getting CRM Online, you're getting access to a development platform that can be used to provide solutions and systems of engagement that can help make your existing back office solution a lot more effective for both your customers as well as your employees. And it really gives you an ability to transverse beyond just IT conversations into having conversation with business unit leaders as well as C-level executives. And, you know, last but not least, it does help safeguard your customer base. There's a lot of partners who are picking this up, and if you're an Azure partner and you have a lot of customers out there, rest assured that somebody is going to be talking to them about CRM Online, and that somebody might just well as be you, in order to be able to ensure that you can broaden your footprint within that customer base and not open the door to another competitive partner coming inside. So those are some of the business reasons on why you'd want to sell Dynamics CRM. A little bit deeper dive into the Go Big Acceleration Program in terms of the gives gets. I'm not going to read this slide to you. Basically, you will get one of the partner portfolio recruiters who will work with you. You will also get access to our white glove operations team. We have an onboarding checklist that makes it as simple as possible to get through the various systems and administrative processes that you need to get through in order to become a Dynamics CRM Online partner. We help you with training, certifications, exams, marketing materials. The partner portfolio recruiters basically stay you through the sales engagement process. We work with you until you have at least 3 customer ads, sometimes more, depending upon what your needs are. We help you integrate into the Dynamics CRM field area. We help you with your positioning, with your value prop, with your marketing, with your strategy and engagement. We can help you in a lot of different ways. There's a lot of profitability tools that are out there to help you with your CRM Online practice, all in the effort to get you accelerated faster. As I mentioned before, we have a team of people. We are geographically oriented. If you're interested in learning more about the partner program and about the opportunity to incorporate CRM Online into your cloud Azure practice, then I would encourage you to reach out to one of these people here. Again, we're organized with the partner portfolio recruiter. Each partner portfolio recruiter has access to our operations person, and then we also have a tele-resource that helps us keep our partner base informed of news, offers, whether they're training offers, webcasts, etc. So I am going to turn this back over to our moderator. And if you are interested, again, I'm going to go back to this slide for a minute, in reaching out and learning more about the partner program, please look at your geo and connect with the appropriate partner portfolio recruiter. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for presenting on the call today. At this time, we'll kind of open it up for question and answers. There's a question from Dirk that asks, do you also feature reasons for existing CRM partners why they should pick up on the Azure platform? So kind of vice versa from the question that was asked before, why would Azure partners be interested in CRM, but vice versa?
We do deal with that question because, again, one of the areas that we have as CRM partners that, you know, are what we'll call traditional Dynamics partners that are not necessarily platform partners. And basically, I'm going to say the same thing to any partner, which is the more of the full Microsoft Cloud solution offering you can pick up, I think the more successful you're going to be as a partner. I think that in order to be successful, you've got to be doing the Power BI, Azure, CRM Online, O365, SharePoint Online, Yammer, Link. The more of that you can incorporate, the better solutions you're going to be able to offer your customers and your prospects. And I think the more successful they're going to be, which will make you successful.
Thank you. Any more questions? Don't have any more in the panel. We'll wait just a few more seconds to see those come in before kind of moving on. But we really appreciate everybody on the call today who was able to speak and really provide us a good overview today. I don't see any more questions, so I'm just going to kind of move on at this point. If there happen to be some come in, I may jump back to that. But as part of the National Partner Technology Strategy Team, we're always trying to make ourselves available and try and communicate as best we can with you guys to provide valuable information. Just some of the ways that you can connect with us, certainly through this call. If you're not getting the newsletter, you can see the link in here to sign up. I posted the link earlier in the message groups about how to get on the Partner Community Yammer site for the Azure partners. That is in there as well. And then, of course, we write from our blog on a very regular basis from our team. So Nick, Frank, and I, who weren't able to be on this call, we write on a regular cadence, and we'll be focusing a lot next month on some of those new announcements from Build and from Ignite. We hope you guys had an opportunity to attend some of those. Some of those sessions are live. We'll certainly be providing links to some of the things that we found valuable inside of that as well. And we really thank you for your call. So with that, we'll turn it back over to Laura.
Thank you so much. We hope that you found today's information helpful. If you enjoyed today's web conference or have feedback on how we can provide you with a better event, please let us know by completing our survey. Please click on the Messages button to find the link to the survey. The survey is on a scale from 5 to 1, with 5 being the highest score. Customers can access the web conference recording via a link that will be delivered within 72 hours post-conference. I'd like to extend a thank you to our presenters, Jonathan, Janet, Dave, Prabhat, Phil, and Rami. This concludes today's web conference. You may now disconnect.